Whenever I die, I'm not dying too soon. It's gotta be better than this. Gotta be, man. It gotta be better than this.
All right, Kelvin.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
From Dallas, Texas.
Tell me about your family. You had mom and dad growing up?
I had no family. I was raised by my grandmother, my father's mother. That's the only family I really, really know.
Do you know what happened to your biological parents?
I never met my biological mom. First time I saw her, she was in a coffin. I was about 6 or 7 years old, playing with the coffins like, thinking of Dracula or something like that, And this is how I really, first time I ever saw her. Very first time.
At her funeral?
No, at a wake. A wake? Like,
Awake.
A wake.
Awake.
And the woman I call her my mom. It's the only mom I know. I didn't know this lady that was in this coffin. And she said, come over here and see your mama. I'm wondering, got me confused because of the fact that, what is she talking about? My mama. I'm looking at her. And she said, no, that's your mama. Look at your mama. And I looked in the coffin. And she had an afro, laying there, kind of light-skinned, kind of young woman, to me, as I can remember. So I looked and I went back to doing what I was doing. I don't know what I was.
You were 6.
I was confused. I'm confused about saying, come and look at your mama, then telling me to look at this woman. I don't know this woman, I don't know her. So I went back to doing what I was doing. My dad, I looked just like him. And I never really knew him. Only time, he told me when we was driving across in Dallas, Texas, they got a place called the river, across the river, where you go and buy liquor. So in other words, he was to the point we're driving back, I looked at all that water. It's a lot of water on both sides of the bridge, across the bridge. And I was like, boy, I love to swim in that water, you know what I'm saying? He said, you swim in that water, you're gonna get, it's all shit. Cause it's some type of thing where waste go.
There's sewage in there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's big old lake, both sides of the thing, and I love swimming pools. And at the time, he said, you know I'm your daddy. I didn't know nothing about that. I just knew you talk to me when you come, but he was a very angry man. Cause how Jesus, when he's in the mirror, he looks in the mirror, he gets drunk. I knew he fights a lot. He was in the military, like the army. And but come to find out, I mean, he died when he was about like in his 50s of a heart attack. He had a heart attack and then went to the hospital and had another heart attack. His mom that raised me died before he did. 1977. It's the only lady I knew that actually cared for me. I didn't know nothing else. And I know these people, they say, well, this is your sister, I'm your sister, I'm your auntie, I'm your cousin, and I'm feeling that they are. But I'm still not knowing who my mom was. Don't know. I'm still not knowing who my daddy was. I say, I'm your sister. And they say, you just like your daddy. At that time, more, I didn't understand shit. All I knew is I really didn't understand.
You're just a kid.
it's so fucked up, but so many things happened through that my childhood that it's incredible thinking back on that. 2732 Custer Drive. You can Google it and see the house. And I asked someone one time, I said, you know what? Can you find places? And they Googled it. 2732 Custer Drive, Dallas, Texas. And I saw that house.
You bring back memories?
None of them good. That's the thing about it, man. None of them are fucking good. Nothing in that house I experienced was good.
Even with your grandparents? That was with your grandparents?
That was with my auntie. The grandparent had passed away. That's why I had to move into this house. On Alberta. Sergeant Walters. He was in the military too. That's a guy my dad used to fight with. He was in the Navy. My dad was in the Army. And I used to just hear him argue sometimes. But anyway, to get back to the point, on Alberta, I really don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name. Sergeant Walters. I don't even, he was a sergeant. I really don't know I don't even know the man. I think it was Willie Walters. I really don't even remember his name. And I slept on a pallet after she died. We lived, the woman that raised me, it was all right. They call her Big Mama. About maybe so tall. Lady, I slept with her in her bed till I was like maybe in the 8th grade. Yeah, she was a very, very abusive woman. Very abusive woman.
Abusive?
Abusive to the point as though she would put lipstick on and drink sometimes and watch me indulge with men. A man, it seemed like she loved hearing me cry. She loved hearing me say Jesus. When I'm getting sodomized by a full-grown man, you know, and I was saying Jesus, I was begging her. It was painful.
How old were you?
The youngest I can think of, when I think of the coffin, think of that. But my so-called brother was the first one in a bathtub to do it. I say 8, 9 years old. And he took a picture of my rectum when he finished. He just said, lay on the bed, lay on the bed. And then, you know what I'm saying, he took a picture of it. And showed his daddy, Sergeant Walters, which is his stepdaddy, the first man that ever slapped me. Slapped me, and I didn't know what all sex was at that age. He used to read these incest books, little books. And he had all this military thing. He used to read these books. But how I found out he used to read these books is because I was looking through the drawers and I found this book. And it was talking about incest. I'm looking at it, I'm reading it, and it was stimulating. It was exciting. I used to go to the restroom and the bathtub and masturbate, and I started using I used to use mayonnaise, but mayonnaise was the best thing I used. I had tried with a grapefruit. I tried with a watermelon, and I didn't like watermelon. So I tried to get some kind of, I was feeling something, but I didn't know what it was. Mayonnaise. But my brother, Eddie, we was in the bathtub, and he just said, stand up. Stood up. What's up? Because he didn't allow me to do a whole lot of things with him. He was like the person that had his own room, bed, everything. Everything he wanted, anything that he wanted, they gave it to him, bought him certain foods, everything. I was the one that I would have to sleep on the pallet, pick rabbits off this rug right here. I would pick every piece of rabbit off this rug with my bare hands. No broom. Every piece of rabbit. I don't give a damn what it is, Mark. I would have to pick it with my hands. Every piece of rabbit. It's nothing different. It looks nothing different than the house, 2732 Custer Drive. You look at the house, it had aluminum siding, backyard, front yard, and that's where I spent a lot of time. It's like shit.
Did you go to school?
I went to William Brown Miller. I went to school. Before I went to school, I did the rug. Washed the dishes, and then went to school. But doing the rug, watching, okay, I'm cool with that. But when you shut that door in the kitchen, it's frightening, because you shut that damn door, then Sergeant Walters come in. Big, tall man, had one eye. He had a glass eye in the medicine cabinet. He would walk in there early in the morning, because I slept on the pallet. I didn't sleep in the bed like everybody else. I slept on the pallet. And I was woke up early in the morning, because he wakes up early in the morning. Go in there in that kitchen table. He used to do me on. I sit there, broke, boom, boom, boom. And my auntie, Alberta, used to be at work. And she came home and said, I did it. I did that. I did it. He did it. I can say he did it. And then, I get a whooping and with a extension card, man, I'm talking about so many strips and bruises and bleeding. I hollered, Jesus. Jesus never helped me, man. Jesus never helped me. That's why I tell people now today, how the fuck you gonna talk about Jesus? Jesus couldn't help his damn self. How the fuck he gonna help me? He got his ass whooped talking about he didn't make no sound. I be damn he didn't. If he getting whooped with all that shit, I bet he made it sound like, motherfucker, no, okay, all right, I'm cool. Be damn if no man gonna make a sound like that, getting their ass whooped like that. And now I know why my daddy used to cuss out Jesus in the mirror. See him talking about, woo, 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 woo. I go back in there and say, Mama, Jesus and cussing out Jesus. I mean, Dad and Tom and cussing out Jesus. I call him Tom. I call him Tom. I didn't call him Daddy. I didn't know what a daddy was. What the fuck? What is a daddy, man? What is a daddy? I didn't know what no daddy was. I didn't know no marriage was. None of that shit. None of that. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what a relationship is now, man. I don't know none of that. I'm the age I am. Mother, I don't know how to. I don't know how to shit. But I don't have any kids. But don't want none.
You ever been married?
Never been married. Never been. Only thing I've done with a woman is when people get the wrong impression. It's hard for them to understand that all that intimacy shit and all this. I don't know what a woman is. I know what a man is. And that's the only way I know how to treat. The only way I've been treated is by that. I mean, I talk to these guys. I'm comfortable with them. I can talk to them, but they know some things that went on. I mean, I look the way I do, and people misjudge me according to maybe some things I wear and whatever. But other people can see things that they can't see. Only thing I've been talked about intimacy is from a man.
How have you spent most of your adult life?
Pretending something that I'm not. Like, but women get amongst me and they try and come on to me. I tell them, I'm cool. I mean, okay, go ahead and get high, sure, bounce some dope. I'm like, okay, go ahead and get high, but I'm cool, I'm sure. And some of them just come out and just say, he's gay, you don't like no women, you don't like no. I said, you don't know what I like, so I walk away a lot of times. I got to have a back mark because I leave real quick. I leave real quick, and this is some of the longest time I spent in the company of someone, sometimes other than indulging in something. As I'm spending with you, I'll be gone on that bike, and I just ride, man. I ride all the way from 135th per month all the way down to 101st, fucking all the way back. I ride. And they'll tell you, he always has a bike. If you want to know who Tex is, they call me Tex. You want to know who Tex is? The guy on the bike that always sings, I love country and western. Go Country 105.1. That's me, man. That's just me. And people call me weird. But most of the things I've learned, it's been from Anglo-Saxon. I've learned how to, any type of work I know, from work I learned, football coach, everything I learned about being abused, it's been from a black man. Mexican guys, which I got gang rape from a couple of months ago. They find out certain things about me, they take advantage of it in a hell of a way. I got all this shit kicked out. Bottle like that, Coke bottle stuck up my rectum, all the way up my rectum, you know what I'm saying? Bats. I've been hitting my groins. I done had things stuck up my rectum that I didn't know that could stick up there. And be honest with you, some of them feel good. But some of them was very painful. So don't ask me about love, don't ask me about feelings, because I don't know what love is. I really don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying?
You've never been in love?
Love with what? I don't know what that is. What's love? Somebody tell me what love is. Show me what love is. I don't know about no damn love. Fuck. All I know is that love is what a motherfucker get when he get a nut inside of me. And that's the closest I get to someone. And when it's done, I gotta go. Some don't want to let it go. Handcuffed to a pit bull, and beat with a bat.
Calvin, if you had your life to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
Not be born. Not be born. I don't want to be here. Fuck this. It's not to live. If I had to live it, it's my choice, I would not want to live. What is it, Mark? I mean, fuck, what the fuck is it? What is living, man? I don't know what living is. Fuck this. Whenever I die, I'm not dying too soon. It's gotta be better than this. Gotta be, man. It gotta be better than this. Heaven, I don't think I can ever go. If there's heaven, I can't go. Ain't nobody gonna let me into nothing that's cool, man. Goddamn, and the only thing, I don't want to go through no more pain. I'm tired of pain. And this is very painful for me right now.
How old are you?
68 years old now.
68.
8 years old. And been gained weight 2 months ago.
You've been on the streets for how long?
As long as I can remember, since, fuck, well, you know something, I've been on the streets, I've been basically since 1977. Be honest with you. That's when my mom died. I've been on the streets, I mean, the mother I knew. After her, man, people treated me like shit. They act like they cared for me when she was around, because she was a big one. Oh, yeah. They used to call me Tucker. Tucker this, Tucker that, Tucker. And after she passed away, they didn't give a fuck about me, man. All they said is that his mom was a dope head. She was a dope head. Her name was Lucy. And she died in fucking California. I wound up in California. She was a registered nurse. I saw another picture of it. I got older. Beautiful ass woman, man. Nice looking woman. But they said she was, all I knew, I was told about her, heard about her, that she was a dope head. All I perceived from me observing from a picture that she was a registered nurse. How she died, I fucking don't know. Did I shed any tears? No. The dad supposed to be my dad? Fucking no. Only one I shed tears for is the woman that raised me. After that, no more tears. No more fucking tears, man. I don't give a fuck if I didn't see people get shot, people get killed, people get gunned down, brain blown out on beside of me. Okay, the first thing I thought, Mark, what you think the first thing I felt when that person's brains got blown off on beside me? I'm glad it wasn't fucking me. But I don't know when he's going to be, you know? I walk down the streets every day, man, and nowhere to lay my head. I would just like to be in a fucking room with no windows, just like this, boom, like fucking this. Fucking son of a bitch. And nobody, I don't want no bitch, I don't need no bitch. I don't need no fucking, no freak, no none of that.
What is your drug?
I don't know, man. I've done heroin, I've done crack, coke, Doesn't do shit. They don't do shit, man, but
Are you using anything now? Are you drinking?
I'm drinking. Drunk man's talk is a wise man plot. You want to know what a person really thinks? Get him drunk. But I'm not drunk. I can't afford to be drunk, Mark. I can't. I got to get on that bike, ride the motherfucking streets, and every time I look behind me, every 10 fucking seconds, I look back. He going to his, well, he's paranoid. No, I know what can happen, has happened, will happen. I don't need none motherfucker. I don't need none of them. Don't, man. I don't need none of that. All I want to leave motherfuckers around here is leaving me the fuck alone. Just do that, man. I'm cool with that. Can they just please do fucking that? Leave me alone. Shit. That's how my shit go.
One more question, Kellen. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Don't trust now, son of a bitch. I can't even trust my damn self. Fuck trust. Fuck trust. Trust get you killed, especially in downtown LA. Get your ass fucked off. Think I trust these guys out there? Fuck no. And they know that. Think I like them, think I care for them, think I cool. Fuck no. Come on, man. One thing I'm doing with you is telling you the fucking truth. That's it. And I'm never going to do this again. I never go through this hell in my mind again. It hurts. Like you don't know. You really don't. Hold on. I can suppress this kind of shit. Right here. I'm told not to cry. When I'm getting beaten, don't say a word. How can I not say a word and you beating the fucking shit out of me? Just like I'm doing now. I learned not to say a word. But this is the worst I've gotten beaten since I've told that by myself. Right now.
All right. Calvin, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
When I was designing the first Soft White Underbelly book, I realized that there were so many great portraits that weren't going to make it into that book. They just wouldn't fit. And once I saw how well that first book sold, I knew I'd have to design a second book. This second book is finally ready to ship. Like the first one, this book has a collection of some of the best portraits from Soft White Underbelly, accompanied by a quote from that person's interview. This book features another group of Rebecca portraits, as well as a collection of color images of the Whitaker family, and plenty of others. You can order yours for $125 or $150 for a signed copy at softwhiteunderbelly.org. Again, like the first book, once this book is sold out, I will not be printing more of them. The portraits are what Soft White Underbelly is all about, and these two books contain the best of all that work. Thank you for watching.
Together, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Zett and Sonny,
Yes.
Sure.
you guys grew up in a family of a lot of kids, right?
Well, we were 5 full siblings. So it was a sister, me, our brother Joey, Sonny, and our brother Danny. We have since discovered that we're more. We're 15 in total.
15 in total.
Half siblings. Our father wasn't a very faithful person. So he had, we don't know how many women there were. We're calculating that there were 5 other women. And we have since found 3 other half siblings. I found 2 12 years ago, Gabi and Diana. And I found one this year, Michael. I have been looking for him for over 20 years. We're going to meet him tomorrow.
In your childhood, how would you describe your childhood with yours?
Brutal. It was brutal.
What kind of stuff were you going through?
Well, our father, his name was Joseph Jesse Espinoza. He was a professional criminal from East LA. And he got involved in the sex industry. And this all happened during the golden age of porn. And it also happened during the Christian revival of the 1970s. So he owned adult bookstores that also had peep shows. He owned a brothel, which he named after me. And he owned Spartan Mail Service, which actually distributed all of the stuff that he made at JE Enterprises around the world.
What was he distributing?
Child pornography.
Child pornography.
When I was 4 years old, Sonny wasn't born yet. I'm 8 years older than him. So at the age of 4 years old, my father was being investigated by a lot of undercover FBI agents. And so he didn't want his prints on anything. So our eldest sister and Joey and I, Joey was 3, I was 4. Our eldest sister was almost 6. We started going to the warehouse, JE Enterprises, every Saturday. And we each had different tasks. So I was on packing duty. Joey was on what he called dildo detail because my father produced dildos. And so Joey had to snip the extra rubber off the dildos that were packed, that were actually made there. And he also had to put hair in the testicles. He had very dexterous fingers. He was a natural-born athlete. And our eldest sister was in charge of dusting everything, which it was everything. It was lubricants and butt plugs and cock rings and whatever you could imagine. But
You guys were kids.
I was 4.
Wow.
We were children. So my father, being investigated, didn't want his prints on anything, so I was in charge of packing the kiddie porn. Yeah. And I remember the first time I saw it, he said, okay, Susie, mija, you're gonna pack this. Just pack it, put it in these boxes. And he handed me everything like without really touching it. So I remember the tape was around a pen. That's how he gave it to me. And he gave me orders how to pack it, and then he left. But the cover of one of the magazines was called Lollipop, from the Lollipop series. And I looked at it and I wanted to see what was inside. And it was children my age and younger doing things that they do in those things. It was terrible. And when he came, I said, "What's this?" And he said, "Hey, I told you to pack, not to look." And I said, "But why are they doing this to them?" And he said, "They like it." And I said, "No, they don't. They don't look like they like it." And he said, I had to pack it. So that's what I had to do every weekend.
Did your mom know what was going on?
Our mother she knew. She suffered from mental health issues. And she tried to end her life several times. Both times I called for help. I don't want to say I saved her, but I did call for help both times. The first time I was 4, and the second time I was 6. And the second time she actually did it in front of me. So she was addicted to barbiturates at that time. And it was just us both in front of each other while she cooked dinner. And she told me that that's what my father wanted to have for dinner. And she took a pill and a drink of wine until there was no more pills. There's no more wine. And then I just saw her, like, she collapsed.
I'd like to thank BetterHelp, who's the sponsor of today's video.
How'd that go?
Sometimes this job is just too tough for me. It just is.
What do you mean?
We go through so much week after week after week. There's all this one drama and another, and there's so many difficult people to deal with. I mean, thank God I have somebody to talk to that just helps me understand, helps me calm down, helps me see through all the clutter and all the craziness that I have to go through, especially with this project. And that's where BetterHelp, who's sponsoring this video, is so helpful. It's just like, you can call this guy for anywhere. You can call him from your car, from work. I can go in the office, shut the door. I can do it at home. I can do it anywhere. It's great. It's just so helpful to have somebody just to like air your all your garbage on.
It's very helpful.
And make sense of it.
Yeah. I think it's great that you're able to work that into your schedule. I know that it's changing all the time.
Yeah, no, schedule is crazy, but with BetterHelp, you can schedule it so easily. You just like, and for people that are looking for a new therapist, you call BetterHelp and you can get referred usually within 48 hours. And if you don't like that therapist, they'll you just keep trying until you find somebody that you click with. It's a great way to operate, and find somebody that just works for you, and then it becomes like your regular thing. It's really wonderful.
It's great to have each week to reset a little bit.
It's a reset. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a reset. But BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who's trained to listen to you no matter what your area that you need help with is. And it's just great to have somebody that's unbiased, that just listens and helps you understand.
I've seen you go into your sessions feeling a little bit pent up, and when you're done with your sessions, you just have this ease about you.
I'm a different person.
You're a different person.
I'm a
It's
different
so
person.
helpful.
Yeah, it really calms you down and just helps you, like, it gives you peace with everything that's going on. It's really helpful.
I wish some of our subjects that you interview knew how amazing therapy.
Yeah, therapy is like such a beautiful fix. And sometimes it works quickly, and for other problems it takes longer, but either way it works. It just takes the willingness to like open up and find out what's there and figure it out. And a great therapist can help you do that. If somebody needs help, it's so easy to let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist that can help you figure out your issues. You visit betterhelp.com/soft white underbelly, or just choose soft white underbelly during sign up, and you get a discount on your first month. All right, and now back to the video.
So I called our grandparents, and my grandfather, our paternal grandfather, came, and he threw her under the water, and they took her away. They took her to a mental hospital. She underwent electric shock therapy and cold water therapy, and she was gone for the whole summer. And when she came out, she was a born-again Christian who believed that it was her mission from God to save our father's soul, and that she had to submit completely, as the Bible said. So anything our father said, she did. She then believed that he was possessed by the devil, because our mother became an LA exorcist. And so she would bring people over to our house to exorcise demons in our living room. And then she would ask me to accompany her to exorcise my father. Yeah. So we did that behind his back. I saw some crazy stuff. A lot of stories there, yeah.
Now, Sonny, you're a bit younger than your sister,
Yes, sir.
but you remember some of this as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
What was your dad like?
Very aggressive. He was charming, handsome, very large. He had his moments. You know, he definitely liked to take it out on us a lot, especially on my mother. All business. Loved money. And, you know, it's just like if was very structured, very disciplined, very military-like. He was military, of course, and
Yeah.
you know, so
He was
raised us.
he was in the military.
He's a war hero.
Yeah, he was a war hero.
He's a combat veteran for the Vietnam War.
Oh, is
Did
that
two
right?
tours. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Paratrooper.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would basically treat us like we're cadets, you know. And he's the boss. It's like I say, jump. You know, you say how high. Like, there's no doubt about it. Keep your mouth shut. You know, you don't ask questions. Don't look at me. Like we couldn't talk at the table. We couldn't.
We had to
smile.
kiss his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to kiss his hand. And I mean, he was letting us watch movies such as like Exorcist when we were young. Nothing but war movies, military movies, mafia movies. I mean, he named me after Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. And he just, you know, when he was drinking, it was either you got the happy side of him, but then again, he turned into this monster, you know? I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, it's this guy, he thought everything was a joke, you know? I mean, it was serious, but like he just kind of laughed at anything that was wrong. You know, he got a kick out of it. You know, he loved what he was doing. He knew it was wrong.
What he was getting away with.
Exactly.
Well said.
You know, he was like Billy the Kid. You know, that's the way I consider my dad. He's just straight up.
Did law enforcement come into the picture at any point?
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. We were trained since we were very young not to open the doors, not to talk. Us being here is we're breaking the first commandment.
We're here to break the curse.
We are here to break the curse. We are.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked about this before?
No.
No.
I've always kept my mouth shut.
We always keep our mouth shut.
So this is the first time you guys are really telling the
This
story.
is the first time we are telling our story.
We've been, we're just ready to be free, man.
Yes, it's when you have a parent. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Let's go. Oh, please.
When you have a parent who has hurt so many families, he has destroyed souls. I mean, those poor kids. It's never left me. What I saw that day and what I saw afterwards, what he did to those children.
Was he shooting this stuff or just selling it?
He was producing and distributing it.
Both.
And he got caught. He was convicted.
Several times.
And what happened with that?
Well, okay, so he opened a bookstore in 1975 called El Cid Bookstore in Alhambra. And immediately, a hero named Barbara Messina organized hundreds of picketers to picket his store. She then created an organization called People Against Obscenity. And what she was a burr on my father's pants. He just couldn't get rid of her. It became personal. And when it became personal, it became messy for him. And he lost his cool. So that fight started the roll downhill, of which he started losing his temper. He got convicted for shooting a man, and he was sent to Chino for that. Afterwards, he was convicted of distributing child pornography. That case was in West Virginia. But he also had a case against him in Texas where he spent some time. By this time, of course, Sonny was already born. Our mother, oh my God, she wouldn't even say hi to us. It's like, hi, Mom, praise the Lord. You know, everything was, she'd go around the house and rebuke the devil in electrical appliances on our blender sort of thing.
Till the day she died, she was like
Yeah,
that.
she was like that till the day she died.
So your mom is gone now,
Yes.
but your dad?
He's still at large, yeah. And I say still at large because when this avalanche that Barbara Messina, my personal hero, she started, it was one case after another. So he was convicted of attempted homicide, racketeering, extortion, Of course, transportation of kiddie porn, obscenity charges, and blah, 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 blah. Assault on a police officer, assault with a deadly weapon as well. When all this happened, he pulled some strings because our father had connections with organized crime to get tried in California. So he was in Texas at that time serving, and someone pulled some strings, got him into a minimum security prison in Arizona called Safford, which has a long history of a lot of people escaping. And literally our father just walked out one fine day before he was going to face trial in California for attempted homicide. He escaped. And our mother left me, our eldest sister, our full sister, and Joey alone. Didn't tell us, just left. We woke up and no one was there. I remember running. I was running to find Sonny because I took care of him a lot. And I remember like running and seeing his crib in just a sheet. He wasn't there. But Sonny can tell you what happened because our mom took Sonny to go pick up our dad and cross the border.
We did it in a Mercedes. My dad's Mercedes, of all things. Like, come on.
He was wealthy?
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, if you're going to escape, you might as well do it in style, right? I think about it now. I'm like, oh my God, you escape from prison, you pick him up in a Mercedes. That's incredible. I know it was a Mercedes because I remember pushing, there was an emergency button for the emergency lights to go on. And my dad was the only one who had that in the car. It was leather. I remember pushing that button and my mom would be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to create a scene. You're going to, create attention. So I stopped and I remember like stopping at Walmart's. No, I'm sorry. It was Kmart's and picking up like jeans and white t-shirts, of course. She got me a coloring book. She just picked up the necessities. I didn't know what was going on. We stopped somewhere along Arizona, New Mexico, stayed with some family members overnight. And from then on, the last thing I remember is it was nighttime, maybe early in the morning somehow. She told me to get in the back seat and just act like I was asleep. Right? And I had to stay under the covers the whole time. Next thing I know, she's just slowing down. I remember seeing lights and hearing helicopters. And all of a sudden, my mom just honks. I remember this perfectly. My dad jumps in out of the blue, and he's like yelling at her. Just like, what are you doing? Like, what got it? Like, almost like hitting her, almost. And I go, Daddy, what's going on? And he's like, what? And then he gets mad at her. It's like, what the hell is he doing? Like, still, he's like, go back to sleep. Just shut up. So then they take off, and I remember him turning up the radio and hearing this song. It's always been stuck in my head, and it's Maybe by the Chantels. It's an oldie but goodie. So we're going, and I'm peeking, right? And he's taking off his clothes, his jail clothes, throwing them out the window, putting on his jeans and the white shirt. And I asked my Daddy, what are you doing? And he goes, I told you to go to sleep. Shut up. I just quit my job. So we're going, and I'm seeing him loading up a .357, which is one of his favorite guns, by the way. And bullets are just falling, and he's like, boom, boom, boom. He's like loading up just in case. I remember the bullets just like kind of rolling underneath the seat and me picking one up and just like underneath the covers, just kind of playing with the bullet. We stopped by several motels, constant yelling, constant beatings, my mom being beaten. Remember stopping by a lot of like ranches on the way, seeing muddy waters, a kid crying on like a portable toilet, it's just like, it looked like the place just went through war. It was like it was a hideout for him somehow. Remember bits and pieces of that. And then Susie comes along.
Yeah, so we were left at home. After 3 days, our grandfather picked us up, our paternal grandfather. And of course, you know, the police were coming and they were banging on the windows with their flashlights and looking in, and we all hid because we were trained for that. So we had no food in the house. And so we ate, thank God, California. We ate avocados and pomegranates and plum trees from our garden. And then our grandfather picked us up and he just separated us. So Joey and I went with an uncle. We don't know where our sister went. And we were there for almost 2.5 months. I was so happy. I felt free. It was the first time in my life. I mean, I miss Sonny. I was like, oh, thank God, you know, they're gone. I never have to deal with them again. And then one day they said they were taking us to Disneyland, and actually they crossed us to TJ. We went to Tijuana, and there were our parents with Sonny, and I was furious. I didn't want to be there. I acted up, words my mom used. I was just angry. I didn't want to be there. And our father said, yeah, you're coming with me. And he forced me to go to the bathroom, strip down, and they taped money around me like this, and they stuffed his diaper, and we were on the road together.
The transporting of money and taping it to our bodies didn't stop for years.
Yeah, that went on forever. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including me having to hide guns taped to my legs, handguns.
Yeah, me
and,
too.
Act like I'm asleep throughout every time we had to cross a border. Because we would take a lot of road trips. But
Yeah, so we ended up getting to a certain city in Mexico, and while we were there, he met up with some contacts. One of them was we call him Joe the Pedo.
Oh,
yeah, he
yeah.
was
he owned a language school, I believe.
yeah, he owned a school. And the other one who's a general.
Smell like garlic.
Yeah, he used to swallow whole cloves of garlic. And they are the ones who made it possible for us to purchase new identities as Mexican nationals. And Sonny was very young. Our eldest sister, when she finally showed up, was mute for about a month. Just looked at the air and didn't say anything. And I told Joey, you got to fight. We're going to escape. We're not going to let them take our name. At that point, I thought it was just our name. And our mother was like justifying everything with scripture. You know, Jesus and Mary and Joseph were on the run, and I have to submit to my husband. That's what the Bible says. And she was just a complete fanatic at that time of her life. Poor thing. And so Joey and I didn't comply. We didn't take the identities. We fought. So our father tortured us. He took away our food at first. And he did it to all of us. So since I said no and Joey said no, he made us all suffer for it at the beginning. So I used to feed Sonny toilet paper when he was hungry. And
Yeah, at one point we're in mustard packets.
yeah, anything we can get our hands on.
Just like a mustard.
Yeah, he did it all to break us. And sleep deprivation is what started after that.
Yeah.
With no food, no water, and then of course we were kept in a room. And he just was getting very upset. He got frustrated, right? So he put me and Joey alone in a room, and I was in one bed and Joey was in another bed. And he just opened the door one day. I don't know if it was day or night, but I'm thinking it was night because I was sleeping. And he walked in. He said, "Hi." I said, "Hi." I just knew something bad was coming. He said, "So what's your name?" And I said what my name was. And he said, "Right." And he just like, he picked up Joey, and Joey was sleeping. And he just barely woke up before my father knocked him out in front of me. And he just started to beat him in front of me. And I told my father, "Please stop. I'll do whatever you say. I'll be whoever you want. Just please leave him alone." I felt so guilty, you know, because he was following my order. And he trusted me. And I said, I'll make a deal with you, Dad. I'll be whoever you want. But please give me the blessing to one day go back and get my identity. And he said, yay, you know, you've got balls. And he shook my hand, and it was a deal. And so then I became Susana. And she was my champion. She stepped in. And she kept me sane. It was as though I was put in an oubliette and forgotten. And she was my champion. And it's really funny, you know, because Susana was a lot different than I am today. She didn't have a lisp. I have a lisp. She was ruthless. She never cried, not once. And she was very cold-hearted. She was what was needed at that moment to get through that. And then, of course, we began the induction, which we all had to go through, which was our father taught us how to live on the run, basically.
How many years did this go on?
5, 6 years. Because it wasn't just a name. It was everything. It was your background. It was where you're from, who your grandparents are. So it was over and over and over again. That was just the story of who we were. But the other part was also how to deal with law enforcement if they should ever come pick us up. So our father always told me, when I'm through with you, you'll be able to pass a lie detector test. And, you know, he taught us how to lie. Live a lie by telling the truth.
Be chameleons.
Yeah. The point is you always had to tell the truth. There always had to be a grain of truth in whatever you said. And unfortunately, that's what ruined our brother Joey.
Yeah.
He didn't know who he was, ever.
What happened to Joey?
So, go ahead.
He drank himself to death.
May 12th, 2023. 11 months and 6 years ago. 11 months, 6 days ago, sorry.
I was about to say.
Yeah, sorry. It's still very fresh for us.
Yeah.
It's still
yeah,
very
it is.
fresh for us.
How did all this stuff that you went through as kids, how do you think it's affected you as adults?
Well, I always see it as, you know, there's always something good that comes out of something bad. You just pull yourself out of that bad. You just learn and grow from it, man. You know, you can't let bad shit keep you down. You know, you just gotta roll with it, and you know.
It's no excuse to be a fuck up.
Oh, and no excuse to act like a victim either.
No. I got my identity back. I am the only one.
Yeah.
It probably helped you guys develop a lot of courage too. It takes a lot of courage to do what you're doing here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So where do you think your father is now?
We know where he is.
Oh yeah, we know.
You're protecting him, or you're?
No. If anyone should give us a call,
Oh, I see.
we'll lead the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, after all this time, I recovered my identity. It wasn't easy. I actually, all the training that he gave us, I actually was able to use it during my FBI interrogations. And because they were still looking for our father at that time. And yeah, so I'm Zett Espinoza again.
So the FBI is still looking for your father?
There's still an active warrant for his arrest in El Paso, Texas. Whether or not the U.S. Marshals want to act on that is up to them. We collect his wanted posters.
Oh yeah, we're buying them all.
We're buying them on eBay. They're our war trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost another brother, Danny. He died in October of 2022. He was murdered, and we'll never recover a body.
We do believe my father has something to do with that.
We're speculating, allegedly.
Yeah.
We know him well.
It's a heavy story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does this coming out and talking about this put your life in danger?
We don't know. But we'll take that risk.
I mean, it's been killing me keeping all this stuff in and I've lost like so many opportunities just by having to hide all the time and just to protect my father. But really, it's like, you know, I gotta love myself as well, man. You know, I spent for 40 years. I was like, you know, not only did he kidnap us, but we worked for him, and you know, it's like after we worked for our father, I mean, we can do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we could literally work for him. We can do anything. We can get through anything. And
But by the grace of God.
yeah, so
Yeah.
her and I, we always had different views. I mean, we worked for our father for all these years, learned to run the business, work for the family, you know, but we had other plans for ourselves, and he didn't like that we thought differently, but we did it anyways. We never wanted to, but we did it anyways because we had no other choice. It's like, he's like, this is what you got to do. This is what we're doing. Just keep your mouth shut. Like, just shut up. He had his way of talking with us. So we're like, damn, all right, you know?
Yes.
And if not, then who knows what would have happened to us if we didn't.
Yeah. And I mean, so right now, Sonny is actively trying to regain his identity, his true identity.
It's like Jason Bourne.
Yeah, he's actually a ghost in the system at the moment.
You told me he doesn't have a last name.
He doesn't have a last name at the moment.
No.
We've gone all legal, you know, ways to recover his identity. I mean, anything, you know, DNA tests on my behalf or whatever. But his very awesome lawyer, Adela,
Adela
she told us, listen, at this point you have two choices. We either get your dad and we force him into a DNA test, or you go public.
So here we are.
Here we are, Mark. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
What was the most disturbing thing you went through as kids with your dad?
See, for me, I don't know what it was for Sonny, but for me, it was watching all of my siblings and my mother lose themselves to a false identity. It was terrible. They just changed. And then it was like years afterwards, it was like cold water was thrown on them. Like, whoa, this is not who I am. And fighting against themselves to try and recover themselves. And that is something Joey could never do. So we're here also for him and for Danny. May they be remembered as who they were, you know? They were Espinosas.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot to live with.
It's been
A
difficult.
lot of secrets.
But it feels good to be here in California, our home where it all happened,
Yeah.
and say that our father corrupted the lives of so many people, and we're here to speak on that. It makes me proud.
What are you hoping to see happen? What would you like to see happen?
Well, I would like to see retribution and redemption for those who have lost themselves due to my father, anyone who has. It's important to remember that there is a way to suffer well. When you suffer well, you fight yourself. You fight your ego, you fight your pride, you fight your anger, and you surrender to yourself. There's no way you can become a victim once you know who you are. And it's not about a name as much. It's about you being authentic, right? So our father is a very corrupt individual. That is not who we are, right? We would like people, especially those our father's lives, our father, you know, contributed to their lives negatively, we'd like them to stand up, fight for themselves.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. It's all worth it. Fight the good fight.
100%.
What do you think the biggest change that happened in you as an adult from what you went through with your family? Like you seem to be very, your feet are firmly planted
That's what I used to tell
in doing
Joey.
what's right.
I used to tell Joey this all the time because Joey, as did Danny, they both fell into drugs and alcohol. You know, an addiction will eat its young.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always tell them, every time you do this, he wins. Fight. You can do this. Come on, don't be loyal to him. Be loyal to a cause. Be loyal to love. Be loyal to being a good person. That's what you have to be loyal to. Fight. You don't always win, right?
No.
But just being, at one point a victim, and feeling very hopeless, having everything taken away from us. What can I say? You don't give up. Ever.
Do you think you and Sonny have maybe just different personality types than some other members of your family? Like you seem much more resilient, maybe.
Well, I'm in therapy. I've always been in therapy forever. They have mentioned, yes, that it could be something that you're born with, a kind of resilience. I don't want to believe that.
You just seem like a very strong woman. I mean, both
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
We are his children, aren't we?
that's right.
Yeah.
Just backfired on him.
Well,
He was training us to be crime bosses. and
that strength can be directed towards good or evil.
It's all in the choices you make.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
all in the choices you make. Now, of course, we're not perfect. We've messed up enough. But most of the harm that we've done in our lives has been to ourselves. Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's everyone.
yeah, exactly. So when you have suffered long enough, that's what we know. We have suffered our whole lives for a criminal. It's very disgraceful.
Were there good memories of your childhood with your parents?
Mostly with our extended family, right? Like our
Right,
uncles. Our father came from a very colorful family. And I just loved our grandfather and our uncles, his brothers. I mean, we don't speak with them because that's just another thing our father destroyed. But from what we can gather on social media, they are good men, good parents. They have good kids. Those are our best memories with them.
Mm-hmm.
Our father would never hit us or hurt our mother in front of them. They would have not allowed it, obviously. So those were safe moments.
Yeah, they're all funny.
Hmm.
You're not supposed to, I'm always going to remember that one time where it was all of us siblings with our cousins just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
And it was my father and our uncles, grandfather, and they just yell out like, "Hey, stupid!" And all of us turn around like, yeah. He's like, "Not you, dummy, the other stupid."
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, who goes first?
Yeah,
like, what's
yeah.
going on here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of laughter. We always find the joy in things and try to laugh.
Oh, yeah. That's
always-
important.
yeah.
We're always laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always gotta, look at the bright side of life.
Yeah, for sure.
Because bad stuff, nothing's temporary. And
Everything's temporary.
but yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
Everything's
we're both like blah, 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 right? It's the nerves.
Everything is temporary,
Yeah.
including the bad moments. So thank you for correcting
Your
my-
mom's losing your mind was probably a product of your dad's strong personality and his actions. Same thing with your brothers.
Our dad, so he was in juvie. So like, I asked his mother once, this is before she passed. I was like, whatever happened to him? Like, what happened to him? She said, I don't know. He was born that way. So he was he liked making fires since he was like 7 or 8 years old. And he ended up in juvie. And then he wanted to be a cop.
They rejected him.
Yeah, they rejected him because he kept on failing all the tests. They said he was too aggressive. So one guy told him, if you want to serve your country, join the war. He did that well. That's the one thing I am proud about,
Mm-hmm.
that our father served our country. I mean, he was a, you know,
But you're hoping
warrior.
somebody finds him and he gets caught?
I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to focus on that. I need to focus on lifting up. There are others of us, more brothers and sisters that I'm still looking for. You know, getting his identity back. We have to focus on what's at hand. We can't focus about that.
No.
No, it's whatever happens,
Gotta
happens.
keep moving. Can't stay stuck.
Yeah. We're just going to do the right thing.
That's the most important thing. You got to do the right thing.
Bring honor back to our bloodline, for sure.
We got to break this curse.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Zett and Sonny,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
I think you have a book and a movie here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Fascinating
Mark.
story. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.